Oof, all right, what a long fucking show. But we are at the end here. We are with AEW Winter is Coming. Uh, let's see. We start off with the Triangolo de la Muerte, Death Triangle, versus the Elite. Match 4 of the best of 7. Um, Wheelbarrow into a Kotaro Crusher by Kenny. Penta with the Fear Factor on the apron to one of the Buckies. Phoenix with his freaking reverse Spanish fly on Kenny Omega. Then Penta hits Made in Japan, the Pentagon Driver. And then freaking it was really weird. Phoenix hit like a fucking reverse frog splash. It was so cool on Kenny. All on Kenny. Kenny kicks out. Nick ends up tapping out to a knee bar since Nick was selling his leg the whole time. He ended up getting kicked out the match and coming back in. Yeah, like I said, I'm enjoying the best of 7 more than I thought I would. I honestly was not a fan when they announced it because I don't really like that. Like I thought NXT was smart doing the best of 3. Like that's a little better, but 7 fucking matches between the same people week after week after week after week after week. I'm like, God, Jesus Christ. That's why they're changing it up. Kenny said no DQ for their next match because they're down. They have to win straight now. MJF cuts a fantastic backstage promo on Ricky Staggs. The Acclaim comes out. They get jumped by Team TNA, my boy Jeff Jarrett. Guitar shot to Max Caster by Jeff. He calls him slap nuts. And they want a tag team title match. This is so fucking random and weird, but don't care. Team TNA all the way. Jericho is pissed, and basically he said he wants to beat up a jobber. We get Cage versus Jungle Boy in a fantastic match. This was awesome, but I wanted Cage to win, but he never wins. Jungle Boy is using speed, but Cage ends up keeping up with him because he's Cage. Cage gets him into the curls. He starts curling him. But freaking, he tries to hit him a power bomb, but Jungle Boy turns his power bomb into a beautiful DDT. Tornado full Nelson slam by Cage for a near fall. Tornado claw, but then Jungle Boy with a Canadian destroyer out of nowhere. We get a snare trap, but Cage taps out, but the ref doesn't see it. He's being distracted by Prince Nana. And then fucking Jungle Boy rolls up Cage for the win. A very fun match. He calls out Big Bill. What a fucking shitty name. People want to talk about WWE and their bad names. Well, come on. We got Big Cass to W. Morrissey to fucking Big Bill. What the fuck were they thinking? Lee Moriarty and Big Bill come out and whoop Jungle Boy's ass. Choke slam. For some reason, Hook is now involved in this. I hate how they use Hook, dude. This guy should be coming out, whooping people's asses just like Taz. Towel over his head. No shit's given. But all he does is fucking help mid-carders. Like, what the fuck? Like, don't even get me on Hookhausen and all that bullshit, how I ruined Hook's shine. The House of Let's Try This One More Time versus the Factory. Like I said, I have a very bad taste in my mouth after what Tony Khan's bitch ass did to fucking the House of Black. You had a surefire main event act, and you booked them like fucking losers. Malachi, bona fide main eventer. He loses his fucking second match or third match to Cody Rhodes cleanly. Like, he loses at the pay-per-view cleanly. He gets pinned in his last match cleanly. I understand this guy was going to, take some time off. But you don't bury him and then bring him back and expect, oh man, we're going to really take him seriously this time. So I just have a bad taste of the House of Black. I like the House of Black. I like all the members. Brody King's the shit. Fucking Malachi is in phenomenal shape. The guy looks incredible. But it's just bad taste in my fucking mouth, man. The new theme is a lot better, though. They got a new theme. Black Miss to Nick Camarado by Julia Hart. And then they jump the factory while Black just sits and watches in the corner. Black Mass to QT, and we are out of here. I just hate when they do that, where they just murder somebody, and then, let's just bring him back and shine him up again. Unless they come in and beat the Elite when this best of 7 is over, then we can talk about, what the fuck was that? You should have never buried Malachi from the first part. Chris Jericho versus Action on, I don't know, Jobber. Let's go Jobber chance to start it off. Jericho is murdering this kid with chops. Mr. Action with a cool twisting splash. Jericho hits a fucking FU out of nowhere. We get a code breaker, but the kid kicks out and actually gets a really good reaction. We get a backbreaker, neck breaker combo by the Jabber. Acai moonsault to the outside. Action starts laying on the strikes. And Jericho gets beat cleanly with a standing shooting star press. I understand this was supposed to be the 1-2-3 kid moment. You know, it was a big upset. But damn, man, you couldn't beat Jericho with something better than a standing shooting star press? Jesus Christ. Couldn't beat him with a top rope shooting star press? Lord. But I don't know. Apparently Jericho handpicked this kid to be something big. And Jericho said he's going to make this kid a star. Let's see. Hopefully he has some charisma. Hopefully he can talk. You know, hopefully he's got some stuff. We'll see. We get Tay Mello versus Ruby Soho. This is actually a fun match. I actually like this match. The fight starts off before the match. Ruby Soho slammed everywhere around the ring. Ruby wants the match to start anyway. A couple of Saitos by Ruby. She hits 3 of them. Hits the no future kick. No pin there. Mello tries to dip. Tay Mello. Tay DDT on the ramp by Mello. Deadly Nightshade by Ruby, where the commentary team doesn't call it. After hitting the 3 super kicks in the corner. We get a beautiful pump kick by Mello. She definitely has some of the best pump kicks in the business. Big chop exchange here. Judo throw into the Suzuki Power Driver by Tay Mello for a near fall. Ruby with the Destination Unknown Blade Runner for the win. Anna Jay comes out and takes out Ruby Soho. This is a fun match. I really, really like this match. Main event time. Ricky Staggs versus MJF. AEW World Title and AEW Diamond Ring on the line. We get a nice back and forth here. MJF is playing games, not taking his man seriously at all. Like I said, I would have loved to see Ricky actually be the dude to beat this guy, but you threw him at him way too early. But hopefully we can come back to this feud. Satellite DDT by Ricky for a near fall. Ricky with a Liger Bomb. Almost botched it, but he was able to fix it. Really good stuff there. Power Bomb onto one knee by MJF. Basically half of Project Champa. Ricky with a spear. Can't capitalize because he's got an injured shoulder. Salt of the Earth armbar by MJF. And then he locks in both arms. The double Salt of the Earth armbar. But Ricky Staggs reaches the rope. Low blow by MJF. Gets the win with a roll up. And that is it. Hopefully Ricky can stay in the main event scene. I think he's proven how fucking good he is. Even what MJF said. Like how this guy's been floating ever since Team Taz. It's a shame. Bryan Danielson comes out, and we're transitioning right to the Bryan Danielson feud. Like I said, I would have loved to see Ricky get a little bit more shine, maybe even another match. You know, even if he lost, at least he would have stayed in the spotlight of MJF, but let's see what's going to happen. That was Winter is Kumi.